Penguin Random House Audio presents You're Not Lost, an inspired action plan for finding your own way. This is the author, Maxie McCoy.
Publisher's note. This audiobook includes a bonus PDF of worksheets which can be viewed on any PC or Mac computer.
To the real McCoys, in a sky full of blessings, you're my brightest star. Primer. You're the one you've been waiting for. Byron Katie. It matters how things start. So I want you to know this before we begin. There is an escape route from this quicksand of confusion you're feeling, the one that threatens your ability to move forward. Even though it doesn't feel like it, there is. Whether it's been months or years of meandering through the dark, I know that the daily search of where the hell am I going wears even the strongest woman thin. When you're constantly questioning where you're supposed to be and how the hell you're supposed to get there, the quicksand gets even quicker. One thought multiplies itself like some virus until the bombardment of questions just won't stop. Is this job the right one? Did I make the right decisions? Why am I not farther along by now? Why can't I find something that even halfway fulfills me? Where should I put down roots and live? Am I supposed to be doing this for the rest of my life? Should I be doing something else? Should I be doing more? Am I meant for anything worthwhile? Will it always feel like this? Will I ever get there? And where is there? I'm so lost. With each question and doubt, you struggle a bit more, further distancing yourself from the direction you're desperate for. When this happens, it's easy to lose hope that you'll ever find your way out and get back to knowing, or having some sense of it at least, that you're on the right track. Wanting just a little bit of clarity about where life is going is not too much to ask. This barrage of doubt often leaves you with, but how did I get here? How can someone who has worked this hard and piled up a treasure chest of achievements, someone who took all the right classes, someone who's working hard to create a career, even if it's sucking the soul out of you right now, someone who prides themselves on having it all together, feel so not together? Because what you're feeling is normal. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever met someone who hasn't felt lost at some point. What you must remember in order to pull yourself out of the place of self-doubt sooner rather than later is that you are not alone. Which, it's hard to remember when everyone on Instagram seems like they've got their shit so figured out. I know how insanely isolating it feels to believe that you're lost. But, contrary to what you think, feeling lost is actually a wildly wonderful thing. These crap feelings are a part of the process for achieving clarity. Breaking points break you open. They lead you to the light. If you never face these feelings, you'll never have the option to rebuild a path you're fully pumped about. Let me do some explaining about how you got here, because I have opinions and I have a lot of them. I should probably mention first that you, well, all of us really, were sold a bill of goods. You were promised that if you followed all the right steps, then everything would come together and your future would appear magically with each check on your list of accomplishments. We all believed it passionately. But the truth is, we're living in a world that obsesses over achievement and outcomes and misses the messy process of the journey entirely. Maybe you sort of know what you want, but you have no idea how to get there. Or maybe you're at a total loss for both. Either way, you're handcuffed both to your own obsession with thinking your way to a solution and to your belief that dreaming up the big picture is going to end the longing for direction in your life. This obsession with the big picture is everything holding you back, and it's a fast track to an emotional hell. Life isn't a well-planned trip down Highway 1. You don't need to know where you'll end up in order to begin. Here's what you do need. A deep, deep sense of self-belief. We're talking a notion of it swell into the stars. It's the single most important skill you're missing in this moment. And the only one that will catapult you into trusting where you're going, even if you can't actually see where it all ends. Plus, it'll ensure that you enjoy the process of getting there. And isn't that the whole point? Let me just say that this isn't a blame game. Missing the puzzle piece of confidence, especially as women in this world, it's totally normal and understandable. There are so many external messages, cultural constructions, and institutions, patriarchy, anyone? That plays whack-a-mole with your soul. You're told that if you're not a certain way, think race, gender, sexuality, size, status, or fill in the fucking blank, you don't deserve to be here. It grinds you down until you're unsure if you even possess anything worth offering. And it can be hard to push back against it. But we're going to, together, because coming out of your own personal loss fog depends on it. You get to decide to be confident and to take the actions that will build that confidence. And yes, the brain can actually be rewired like that. Confidence in yourself will shine a spotlight on the exit route from your deafening doubt. Conventional wisdom taught you that you need to know where you're going in order to begin. But actually, you'll unlock it all by just beginning. You'll start by starting. You'll take one teeny tiny step, something small, something today, and then tomorrow, and then the next day, and then all the days after it. The steps will get bigger, and you'll feel more and more sure about your path. You'll also be less tolerant of anyone telling you to be different from who you truly are. Your steps won't all be right, but they'll all be forward. And plus, these micro actions kindle a slow burn of confidence, which will turn into a bonfire of self-believing. So think about it. Small actions lead to confidence, which leads to more actions, which leads to more confidence, which leads to really big actions. And that is where you'll find direction. Oh, the bottles of wine I wouldn't have drunk if I'd only known all of this earlier. We often don't associate our feelings of being lost with a lack of self-belief. I didn't. But that's a big part of what's going on here. If we did, we'd be out there doing things, trying things, starting things, instead of full-on frozen, trying to think our way to the end destination. This is the secret password you've been looking for. And this book is devoted to helping you create the right micro steps that will build a big, beautiful cycle of self-belief in your life. You'll build it with consistent encouragement to take mini step after mini step, each of which is designed to deepen your belief in your abilities and illuminate your direction. We'll say goodbye to the big picture for now and hello to the little stuff immediately. Let's get a few things straight, though, because hot damn, there's so much crap out there about what you should be and try to become. Confidence isn't about being a better or a different you. It's about seeing yourself and all that you have and believing in that. Let history remember that I gave you the actual definition of confidence, which is the level in which you believe your actions will have a positive outcome. This is important because so much of finding your way is trusting that what you do today will lead you somewhere you want to be tomorrow. Your path, the one that you're currently freaking out about, the one you're confused about where it's all headed, it'll show up when you return to yourself. You'll realize that you've got the skills and the determination and the talent to do whatever you want to do. You've got what it takes. It's simply a matter of learning to trust that and trust yourself. Here's the really great news. Like all the other skills you've spent so much time working on, confidence in yourself can be strategized, and it'll get stronger with time and practice. We're going to leave the big questions about your life in the dust and instead get crystal clear on the little actions you can implement now. The end result will be the same. You'll eventually shift your mindset from one of lost to one of found, but without having to know exactly how it all ends. You'll realize that you've had the compass in your hands all along. That compass is confidence. It'll get you pushing your dreams forward like you didn't know you could, and it'll throw massive momentum into your everyday interactions. This is so much better than having
Sample complete. Ready to continue?